Hi, my name is Sean Dwyer. I'm the Executive Chef with Restaurant Services at the Nova Scotia Health Authority. Today I want to talk a little bit about fiddleheads. It's that time of year again. It's the end of April, beginning of May. The sun starts to warm up, the sun comes out, and these nice little delicacies come out of the ground. So the fiddlehead itself is actually the new frond of the ostrich fern. So they come out of the ground, different areas, so depending on the weather, if it's cooler, they'll come out later, so you can get them across different parts of the province at different times. So you're going to rinse them under cold water. You're going to make sure you get any dirt that might be in there. And of course, since they are harvested independently, you want to make sure they're nice and clean before you cook them up. Now, cooking them is fairly straightforward, but you do want to cook them because if you can't eat them raw, they're not like a celery or anything like that. You want to make sure that you cook them really well because there is a substance in them that can cause some foodborne illness. So you want to make sure they're well cooked. There's a couple ways to cook them. You can steam them. Usually takes about 10 minutes to steam them, or you can boil them for about 15 minutes. After you boil them, you plunge them into cold water, and then they're ready to go for whatever you want to use them for. So you can use them for anything. You can use them for soups. You can use them for salads. They go really well. They're nice and crunchy, similar to asparagus. So you're going to get kind of the same taste as asparagus, that kind of nice spring taste. So what you want to do when you're cleaning your fiddleheads, you want to make sure that there's no papery substance still left on them, and you want to get in there and clean out any of those, make sure there's no dirt or anything in the leaves. So these are some fiddleheads we just cleaned. We have about a couple liters of water here. We just want to boil them. And they take about, if you're boiling them, they take about 15 minutes. Although steaming them's faster, if you do have a bamboo steamer, you can use that. And that takes about 10 minutes to do that. So once you're done boiling for 15 minutes, you just want to drain all the hot water out of them. And then you just want to plunge them right into some cold water just to stop the cooking. And then once they cool down, then they're ready to use. Okay, so here we have a few fiddleheads that have been already cooked off and ready to go and blanched and cooled. Now once they're at this point, again, you can use them in pastas, salads, a little vinaigrette on that. Your favorite vinaigrette works great and wonderful with these. So one of the ways I like to do it is really just a simple saute. So what we're going to do is we have some garlic, some olive oil, a little lemon, and a little seasoning, and that's all that it takes. So what we start is we get our pan up to temperature, about medium-high heat, and then we're just going to put a little bit of oil in there. So as you can see that the oil will start to melt down. You don't want it smoking, but you do want to have it nice and hot before you put your fiddleheads in. So we get that to a good temperature, and then we just add a little bit of garlic. Not too much, just enough to give it some nice flavor. So you cook your garlic a little bit, just give that a little stir, and once that just starts to brown up, just a little bit, so you don't want that raw garlic taste, you want to be able to have a nice nutty garlic flavor. So once that starts to brown up, just like that, then we just add our fiddleheads in. That's exactly what you want to hear. You want to hear a nice sizzle. You want to give it a nice stir fry. So it takes like about 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, you're just making sure they're nice and hot before you continue. And then what you want to do once they're nice and hot is you just want to give them a nice squirt of fresh lemon juice. Not too much, so just give it a little squeeze. That'll give it a nice fresh lemony flavor. And that's it. It's very quick. It's very easy. It's a nice way to have fiddleheads, fresh from wherever you want to get them from, your grocery store if you want to pick them yourself. One thing when you do pick them for yourself, you want to make sure that you do have the right fern. So if you're not sure, make sure you go with somebody who's done it before, and that way you don't get the wrong ones. So some of them are toxic, so you want to make sure you do get the right fiddlehead ferns. And then to serve that, we'll just put this on the nice serving dish. And then we'll sprinkle it with a little fresh lemon zest. And there you go. It's a beautiful side, nice fresh spring, goes with the barbecue, and it's only around a couple weeks out of the year. So you want to take advantage of them while you can.